Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today we will be kicking off the 2023 edition of the Western Railroading Series, back again in sunny Southern California. Picking up right where we left off on Cajon Pass in 2022, we are going to start this trip working east into the blistering heat of the Mojave Desert along BNSF Southern Transcon. After landing in Los Angeles, we made a beeline for Cajon Pass where we encountered our first train action. Following the line east yielded a couple more shots along the highway before reaching Hesperia, California for our first ground-level shot. In last year's Western Series, we explored the west slope of Cajon Pass between the 3,700-foot summit of the mountains and the San Bernardino Valley. Now moving further east just a few miles, and we are in the middle of the desert as this manifest train climbs the eastern side of the mountains towards Cajon Summit and the Inland Empire. Cajon Pass and its accompanying subdivision have been synonymous with heavy rail traffic for decades. This evening, the line was living up to its reputation with BNSF running a fleet of westbound trains towards Los Angeles. Leaving Hesperia and the neighboring town of Victorville behind, the Cajon subdivision parallels the historic Route 66 into a fairly desolate area as it makes its way towards Barstow. The usually empty Route 66 makes for some great classic desert train chasing, as we intercept a UP AUTORACK train using its trackage rights to reach Los Angeles. The old-time highway rail fanning continues as we chase and pace another westbound BNSF intermodal train outside of Barstow. Scenes like this are what desert rail fanning is all about. BNSF's massive Barstow classification yard handles all of the railroad's manifest traffic for the Southern California region, while also serving as a division point for through trains to change crews. 4 rail lines converge in this area: the Cajon subdivision from San Bernardino, the Mojave subdivision from Bakersfield, the Needles subdivision from Arizona, and the Union Pacific SEMA subdivision from Las Vegas. This convergence, coupled with the busy rail yard, means that an endless stream of trains roll through this old Route 66 town every day. 10 miles east of Barstow is the small desert town of Daggett, California, which is home to one of the most important railroad junctions in Southern California. This is where the Union Pacific SEMA subdivision from Las Vegas and Salt Lake City via the overland route joins the BNSF Southern Transcon. From here, all the way to Cajon Pass, Union Pacific trains utilize trackage rights along the BNSF to access the LA basin. One of 3 UP lines into the Los Angeles area, it is a vital link connecting bustling Southern California to the northeastern portion of the Union Pacific network. UP number 2752 West is still crawling out of the junction at Daggett as it passes our cameras and begins to pick up speed heading towards LA. While the junction at Daggett is a vital part of the Union Pacific's network in Southern California, the majority of the traffic stays going straight on the BNSF Needles Subdivision. This eastbound work train kicked off a parade of BNSF trains for the evening. Minutes later, a pair of high-priority BNSF intermodal trains meet right in front of our cameras. Intermodal is the most common type of train one can see on the Needles subdivision, as stacked trains funnel in from the ports and distribution facilities of the LA Basin, as well as BNSF's major domestic container facility in Stockton, California, via the Mojave Subdivision at Barstow. Intermodal traffic in the Barstow area is poised to grow extensively in the coming years, as BNSF has recently announced plans to build a $1.5 billion, 4,500-acre intermodal facility west of town. The Barstow International Gateway will serve as a transfer facility for products moving from international to domestic containers, eliminating truck traffic in the Los Angeles area and creating thousands of new local jobs. About a half hour later, we're treated to a beautiful desert sunset as another westbound intermodal rockets towards LA. As the last light begins to fade, we move a couple miles east to the UP Junction in Daggett for one last rush of daylight action. First up, coming west, is a loaded BNSF jumbo covered hopper train with plenty of power. As the rear of the hopper train creeps by, horns alert us to an eastbound headed our way. 30 seconds later, a combo AUTORACK and intermodal train blows past the junction, heading east. As the eastbound rolls by, we see that a westbound Union Pacific train has rolled up and stopped at the junction, awaiting clearance from BNSF onto the trackage ahead. After grabbing dinner, we were back out trackside in Barstow to catch the Amtrak Southwest Chief, but first a few more freight trains were due to pass through. First up was a UP headed for the SEMA sub. A few minutes later, a westbound intermodal heads for a crew change at the yard, passing the collection of vintage equipment on display at the Barstow passenger station. Santa Fe, SDP 45, number 95 here at Barstow. Some old Santa Fe stuff here. The action continues with CP and BNSF GEVOs acting as DPUs on a manifest arriving in the yard. A westbound intermodal train pulls in for a crew change as it meets the eastbound Amtrak number 4, pulling into the station right on time just after 9:30 p.m. Number 4's station stop lasts about 15 minutes. While they're stopped, another westbound intermodal train pulls into the yard for a crew change. Finally, at just after 9:45 p.m., all the passengers are on board and Amtrak number 4 blasts off for Chicago. With a clear signal off the station track, Amtrak number 4 bids Barstow farewell, as do we, heading for the hotel after a great day out in Southern California. Thank you for watching this first episode of the 2023 Western Series, and I look forward to sharing more with you guys soon.